All right, we're live. Tapping Birdie, Houston Open with Scott Holdridge. I've never had this much hype for a podcast since I had the most followed golfer with large breasts on my podcast. So like I'm just wondering like how you gained so much notoriety and like how much there's so much buzz around you because like this feels like a really special night. I haven't felt this way in a long time.
Oh God, I mean, I feel pretty good too, buddy. Thanks, man. Thanks for that high praise.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's been
no,
a
I
long
mean
time
like
coming. Long time coming.
the people come out for Scott.
I
Like
know it's kind of funny because I have I'm a nobody. I get it, but I just go on shows, have fun, and I hope people like it. I mean, I'm on your show. That's a big deal for me.
yeah, no, I mean, like, it was almost a year ago when I first followed you on Twitter and you
Big day.
screenshotted it and said, "This is the best day of my
Yeah.
life." So, like, that kind of like immediately was just like, yo, like, Scott is like not like your average Joe. Like, he's like
No,
different.
no.
Like, I immediately was kind of like, okay, like, this guy's like down to
Who's
party.
this idiot? Yeah,
Like, he's down to party, like, he's ready to
yeah,
go.
yeah.
And I know that you kind of recently have just kind of been on like a podcast tour and
I
like
mean,
you've kind of like been all over the place. So like I'm just kind of wondering like how that's been going for you, like the pod life, like kind of being a pod whore, like people
that's
wanting your picks every week. Like how has that been for you? Because I know from experience that it's very
we
emotionally
get it. We
draining.
get it. You have a lot of
Yeah.
this. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. I mean, it's also swing fall season, so it's like,
Yeah.
all right, let's give this idiot a shot. Hence
Yeah,
why I'm.
like, are you almost, like, insulted, like, a little bit that, like,
Well, I
you're
mean,
on
you did
for
promise me to have me on during the majors, so that's a big win for me right there.
yeah.
Um, I have the receipts. But yeah, it's been fun, man. I love it. Golf Twitter has just like been such a big because I got off like Facebook and Instagram during the pandemic,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I like.
There was, like, a huge golf betting community on Facebook. Like, I'm still, like, kind of vibing with that, but
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Okay.
It's not as edgy as, like, the Twitter one.
Yeah, and I mean, I always tell people on shows like the people I got in with early when I got on Twitter and just podcasts and stuff. It was like meant a lot to me because I was like, dude, I like lost my job, lost my apartment, like shit was hitting the fan. But just like the one consistent thing I had was like someone's podcast or like a betting thing
Yeah.
because my life was going so well. I was like, let's take up gambling.
Yeah, no, that's normally like how it goes. But I'm kind of with you. Like the only consistent thing that brings me joy in my life is like golf
Our
Twitter.
friendship. Oh,
And
sorry.
like,
Go ahead.
yeah, like golf Twitter, like, the pals I have, like you included, obviously, because like I don't really have much else like going for me, so like,
I know.
I come on Tuesday night, with a dear friend and we talk about golf among other things. And like, it just makes the vibe of the week so much better. And like it gives me something to look forward to. And I think that's
Totally.
a lot of people feel that way about
Yeah,
golf
especially
Twitter.
like during that time, like it sounds so corny and cheesy, but like it kind of gave my life some structure. What are you drinking?
It's a LaCroix.
That's hot.
Um, yeah.
Team Kindred.
Yeah, no, cheers. Like
Cheers, buddy. Love you, bud.
L seltzer flavor. Like LaCroix is like the best seltzer.
That
So like
pause.
I don't really know like what you're vibing with, but like was your flavor lime, dude?
Always love lime.
Dude, that's like honestly
That was
like
lime. I know my Croy. That's lime.
like, yeah, no, we both no, I
Ah,
didn't text you like pull up with like a lime seltzer
no, no,
drink.
no.
Like
You
that was
just said
unplanned.
be hot and funny, and I was like, okay, got it.
Yeah,
So,
I said that. I mean, I said those words
yeah.
to you, and like now we're both just like rocking with a lime seltzer.
Absolutely.
Normally, I have an alcoholic beverage on the pod, but as Twitter knows, my parents were away this week, and I'm going to pick them up tonight. So it was a bender of a weekend. We're not gonna lie to anybody. We had a lot of drinks.
So
People
was
were
this? When did they leave?
like Thursday night. So
Oh,
Thursday
that's
night,
okay.
like had a couple beers, had a couple smokes, like was vibing, like little hung at work on Friday.
You're always
And
hung.
then Friday, work, and then it's like everyone's pulling up, like we're getting the keg, like we got a
What?
queue, like we're just vibing.
Ah,
And then Saturday, it's like all over again. Like people are over at the crib at like 4.
double header.
Some women pulled up for the pregame. That was sick. Like
Ladies were there?
that was dope. Like it wasn't just like a dude's weekend. Like we had some women there. I'm DJing, like we're vibing.
There was
And
women.
then on Sunday, some of my golf Twitter friends were like, we're grabbing drinks in the city. And I was like, kind of
Oh, I
hung, but
saw it,
like, let's
yeah.
just pull up. So yeah, just like a long weekend. So like, I don't want to drink. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
need to like be sober for a little bit and like just
Okay.
kind of get my life together.
Yeah, I do that at daily, but yeah, that's like the
Yeah.
question I start with when I wake up.
Just like, are we just getting after it today?
That's usually noon. It's like, I'll take an Eddie.
Yeah, I mean that's like the vibe.
Yeah.
Like I've kind of gone back and forth on pot. Sometimes
Yeah.
I'm in and sometimes I'm out. Like it just kind
Good
of
for you,
depends on
man.
like my vibe for the week. But my one constant would be I do enjoy some high noons. I enjoy
Oh,
I enjoy a little alcoholic beverage like on the weekend. Like literally sue me, because like if
come at me,
I
Patrick Reed. Come at
like
me.
because I'm just done. Again, I only have so much to look forward to
I know,
in my life. So like a cold bev on the weekend is always
Cold
big.
bevy.
Yeah.
What have you had to clean up the house before they get home?
The house is cleaner than when they left because one time my parents go away a lot. My dad's retired. My mom takes
Okay.
off. So like they go away a lot. And like anytime I have people over, they're like, I feel like your parents are away. I'm like, yeah, they kind of like honestly at this
Yeah.
point, like they kind of
So you
are.
have like a game
Have
plan, a setup. Like
yeah,
I know how to plan this.
yeah. Like
Okay.
dishes, like no
Puke
dishes in the
outside.
sink. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
no dishes in the sink, like recycling taken out, like no joints outside. Like the
Oh,
house is in great shape because one time I like was just busy and I was like a shitty son
yes.
and I like
Been
there were
there.
a lot of dishes in the sink and my dad's like, dude, like just when we come home, like there's no dishes in the sink. Like let's just get that like
Yeah.
out of the way. So like we're good. We're picking them up from the airport. It was my dad's B-day. So
What?
I picked him up his B-day gift. I got him like a golf polo, nice, and then I got him like $100 worth of like really nice steaks
Ooh.
from this meat market.
Oh, that's a good move.
So
What
I
are
mean
they?
like I'll be eating the steaks,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like he likes to cook, so like I don't want any like flack on this
yeah. Like
the
Pops, I
gift
got
because
you.
it's like my dad enjoys to cook steak
Yeah,
and like we're all going to eat it together and it's like high quality. So like good gift.
that's a great gift. You're like a good son. I was garbage. You're the man.
Yeah, like I'm a good son, I would say. Like I would say. Like I respect my elders. Like there's
Oh,
like like we vibe and like like they're very supportive of
of the
this
PK?
of the TIB pod, you know?
Oh my god. Why
I
can't
mean
go?
like
Because you said that room is like Pops like music room,
yeah, it's a
right?
listening room. Like it's look,
Listening.
like I've never done this on TIB before.
This is big. I want to see the vinyl.
Oh,
Ah,
albums? Okay, okay,
give
these
me
are
like
like
3.
really high quality
Yeah.
stereo equipment and like my dad just comes down here and like just jams out.
Throws down.
Like my dad's a stereophile, like he
That's
always
hot.
is buying new stereos
Damn.
and just like coming down here and just like vibing and it's like
Oh
also like
my
a
god.
podcast studio.
I love that. I love it
Yeah.
when your dad's like, I need a fucking minute. I will be in my listening room. Good
Yeah.
day. Figure
Yeah,
it
it
out.
used to be like there used to be like a pool table and like a ping pong table down here.
Nah,
No.
nah, 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 nah.
Like I left for college and they're like, we're done with that.
Oh
Like
my
this is
god.
like a listening room. Because like we have good speakers like in my living room, but like
Yeah.
he can't blast it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Gotta have a listening room.
But yeah, I mean the listening room, I mean it's hashtag goals.
I feel like listening room is like I would go in there with a spouse. Like I need to feel listened.
Yeah. No,
We'll
it could
see
be
when we
like
see.
it could have like a double meaning. It's just like I need to like vent my frustrations,
Yeah.
like with you. Someone that being in a long-term relationship like myself, like you really need like communication like both ways.
Yes.
Like
Cut
that's
you off.
really my number one key
Oh,
for, a happy marriage, a happy life, all the things of that
is that
nature.
like your
So,
dating profile bio? Like
yeah.
communication is number one for me. Okay, cool.
Yeah, like I'm a huge communication guy. Like
Gotta
I
be.
think it's just super, super important.
It's hot. It's
Um
hot.
but yeah, I mean like
Are you like
we
Norm this week or what's up?
like we came here to talk about golf. We came
Yeah.
here to talk about the Houston Open.
Ugh,
You've kind of turned into like you were just kind of like the like John Mayer like pod guy, and
that was
now you're
the
like a golf tout. And like I just love that for
that
you. You
journey.
know what I mean? Like I just love that for you.
That means a lot. I mean, coming from you, that's huge. I'm still the music guy. I'm for sure.
Yeah.
I get a lot of like I'll get messages about like, what do you listen to? What should I listen to? Which like makes me really happy.
Okay.
And just being a smart ass on Twitter. But I like to think I got some, I know golf. I grew up with it. I've been around it forever. And um, but I'm mainly DFS because I'm a Cali kid. But
Yeah, no, we gotta
I
set you
got
up
I got
with
a
a
little
local book.
boyfriend these last few months. So I hit Willie Z. That was my first outright. That was kind of
And
like
like
for everybody.
you were just popping bottles.
Oh, now I just like take all my money.
Yeah, no, that had been there. Like been
Yeah.
there. Uh we've been
Yeah,
there,
I might.
but Houston Open,
Let's go.
uh only been here for 2 years, but I think what's interesting and fun about it is that it's actually a difficult course. It's not like a birdie
I
fest
mean,
that we see, week in and week out.
it's great. I mean, say what you want. Brooks Koepka is the best course architect.
Yes, like Brooks had his hands all over this place. Like he was like hand building the bunkers
Can you
and
imagine
like
like
doing the contours.
the meeting between? There had to be like one 15-minute meeting between like Tom Doak and Brooks Koepka. Like Doak, who's obviously like
Yeah,
a goat of his generation,
yeah,
like just having that interaction, like just playing out in my head is fucking hilarious.
yeah.
It's like, so I'm thinking of Redan here. It's like, what do you think, Brooks? Cart girls better be hot
Yeah,
later.
that
Like,
that's
thanks,
how I imagine it went.
thanks, bud. Great job. Love
Like
that.
that seems like how it
Yeah.
went.
Are you a McDonald bunker fan or a McKenzie? It's like whatever. They better be hot.
Yeah,
Like,
that's how
Brooks,
I assume it went, like between
that's
the
how
two.
that
But yeah,
went down.
Brooks Koepka hands all over
Oh, you
this
see it.
course.
You see
Like,
it.
yeah, like a lot of people have like their design philosophies. Like this is clearly a Brooks Koepka
He's got his
design. I
fingerprints
mean,
all
it's
over it.
just
The
yeah,
green complexes.
yeah,
Come on.
out of this world.
Doke's
Truly,
lucky. Doke's lucky to get his name even included on this.
yeah. No, that I'm with you. I'm with you there. 100%. Like I
Oh,
think that he deserves a lot of credit. Um,
absolutely.
for this. And we miss him this week. We wish Brooks was around,
No,
but he's not. Unfortunately, he plays on the live tour. But that's life, man. Like some people are gonna come and go, and you just gotta kind of roll with the punches.
good perspective. That was good.
Yeah, I mean, we try and we
We
try and be mindful
we
and be
listen in the
present.
listening room. We listen
Yeah.
in the listening
We
room.
listen in the listening room, and that's really the main philosophy. But yeah, I think it's really fun that it's not this crazy birdie fest, and it's more difficult scoring, and I think that kind of separates the field a little
Yes.
bit because there's a lot of people we like to bet that maybe not able to get to those super low numbers,
Yeah. Yeah. I
and
feel like. Oh,
what?
go ahead. Sorry, I'm
No,
listening.
no, you're up.
Oh God. Yeah, I just feel like this is a tough tournament to kind of have a grasp on so far because it's only a couple years at this venue. So like you
Yeah,
look at the leaderboard boards and you're kind of like, what the fuck is going on? Like
yeah,
some of it makes sense, like premier players, and then also it's just someone can come out of nowhere, like Kokrak or something, and just steal the tournament. So it's like almost it's not a clear cut this makes sense yet kind of tournament, because I feel like the players are still getting a feel for it. Like, this isn't their typical, all the greens are the same speeds, the design's the same thing. It's pretty fun. I think it's a fun tournament, actually.
Yeah, no, 100%. But normally, when we're looking at an event, we have like 10 years of leaderboards and winners
Right.
to look at. And on this one, we only have 2 years, which makes it a little bit more difficult. But I mean, more so than more weeks, I'm looking for elite ball strikers, people that are good with their long irons, don't make a
Yeah.
lot of bogeys, like
Yeah.
just gonna make a lot of pars, and their birdies will come. So I think that there's a lot of guys that, I don't really like in a lot of these other swing season events, but this week I think it's a good spot for them. So top of the board,
Oh,
we got Scotty, we got Sam Burns, we got Aaron Wise, and we got Tony. Those are the guys under 20-1 this week. Out of those four, like who's your guy? Like who's your like crown jewel? Like who are you vibing with this week up top?
oh man. I mean, I feel like this is almost a Scotty no-brainer, but
Yes.
just the number is just so bad. It's like, I mean, I think he's at like 5 or 7 or
Yeah,
something.
6
It's
to
like,
1, so that's really
dude, it's not. I
unbettable.
can't. That's like, I don't know, man. I just can't. I'm not vibing with that, even though play him in fantasy, all that, blah blah blah. But I don't know. I think Tony, because a lot of people were. I think he was just honestly getting loose after
Yeah.
last week, missed the cut, and so I think he might get overlooked this year. But I mean, he has everything you want going into this. Um, Chipping's good, putting's all right, approach is fire. He's a beast off the tee. Like, I feel like I'm just trying not to overthink the top of the board here.
Yeah, and Tony definitely has, like, the best number of, any
Yeah,
of these guys given the pedigree,
totally.
of them. But my guy up top this week, prolific winner, um, Aaron Wise.
Oh, I
I'm
know you're.
betting Aaron Wise this week at 18-1. It is officially Ryder Cup bubble can't win season. So we have
Ah,
Keegan Bradley win this swing season, a guy that cannot win and is on the Ryder Cup bubble. He goes out, gets it done. Last week, Russell Henley, another guy that legitimately cannot win, hadn't won in like
right.
5 years, and he's on the Ryder Cup bubble. Boom, he goes out and gets it done. Aaron Wise. He's the third one
Who,
of
who?
these. He's on the
I mean,
Ryder Cup bubble, and he hasn't won since 2018. And he's a good ball. Like, give me
yeah,
Aaron Wise
checking
this week.
boxes.
He's the play at the top of the board. Short number, a lot of money on it. Like, we'll
Yeah,
just vibe. Like, we'll just
yeah,
go.
with some wise vibe.
Yeah. Like, I think this is, the week for him. And normally I would say this guy does not win.
Right.
I'm not going to bet him at 18-1, but I think it's a really good course fit. I really like him on more difficult courses with a lot more long irons.
Yeah.
So his best result, other than his win, was at Memorial, which was another difficult golf course, winning score -13. He was at
Damn.
-9, right in that
Yeah.
range that I think we're going to be in this
Mhm.
week. So yeah, if two losers can win, then give me Aaron Wise.
Is Wise almost like the Willie Z FOMO bet now? It's like fear of missing out. The like, sorry,
I mean, like Aaron Wise, like couldn't hold Willie Z's jockstrap, in my
right,
opinion.
totally.
But
But I
yeah,
feel like
like
people are betting him because they're just like, damn it. Or like Sahith is almost Sahith. I feel like is the new Willie Z bet.
yeah, but I feel like those guys. I agree, but I feel like those guys didn't like having a lot of close calls like Will.
Yeah,
Like Wise, like even like Henley and Keegan had way more close calls than Wise.
totally, totally.
He doesn't even contend that much, to be
Right.
honest. And I'm like betting like $300 and I'm outright. But that's fine. That's okay. That's beside the point. Really, it's really beside the point. But yeah, just a bunch of guys that don't win. They're gonna win this swing
This
season.
is their week.
This is their week.
I kind of like that narrative. Yeah,
You got any Decky love? Are you vibing with Decky this week?
I love Decky. I think he's just. I feel like there's still this weird. I don't know if it's just me or just the golf community or whatever. Like, he just doesn't get the credit I think he deserves. Like, this dude is an absolute insane career under probably an insane microscope being like, in the market he's in coming from Japan too, is also like the attention he gets and being able to be as good as he is, like blows my mind. What are you doing? You're in the listening room. What is that?
I was listening. There were just some women texting me. They wanted to hang out. So I was just checking. I was just like checking, but like
okay, checking, not listening.
Yeah.
Decky's like, I feel like he's just a weirdly underrated golfer, and even though he's a major winner, has won big tournaments, etc. Like, amazing short game, amazing ball striker, great off the
Top
tee.
5 here in 2020.
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
course history.
Of course, he plays great on Koepka tracks.
Yes,
he's a great
like Rory is a
Foz.
Rory is a Foz guy.
Rory's
like
Foz.
Decky is a
Decky is a Koepka.
Yeah,
of course.
I mean that's clear. But yeah, I like the Decky play, and he's at a good number, so I think that's a vibey play. Like, I'm down. Like I'm down for you. Like I'm not personally down, but like I'm down for you.
Okay. All right. Take it.
Like, is that chill or like?
No, I mean it stung a little bit out of that. It was like, yeah, that's all right.
Yeah. Okay. No, it's fine. Like no beef. Like, are we good to keep?
Yeah. No. I'm gonna blow up your text. I'm gonna text you later about this.
Cool.
But yeah.
Cool.
Next
guy I'm vibing with, another guy that is at a horrible number. From what we're used to betting him at, but I think this is his week. I think that top 10, top 20 DraftKings, like he's going to be in the mix this week. Like that, this is a guarantee first round leader. Everything. That's Matthew Neesmith. 50-1. I don't know if you can have better form and not have a win than him. 9th at the Sanderson, gained 6 on approach. 2nd at the Shriners, gained 6 on approach. 9th at the Zozo. The dude just hitting the shit out of the ball.
He's on a heater.
Now. Like he's on a heater. Like he wants a W. I like the course fit. I like the fact that he doesn't have to make a zillion birdies. He doesn't make a lot of bogeys. He's just a good play. And I think that the market is kind of reflective of that, given that he's $8,900. And I mean, not that long ago, he was like a pretty standard 7K play.
Yeah.
So like the market knows, like Vegas knows on this one.
Yeah. It turns out they're doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Naismith's crazy. I watched him at the Fortnite. I was following the group he was in, and it's amazing to just see a golfer go from, I think he missed the cut, and like he looked rough.
Yeah.
Like wedges are flying everywhere, like couldn't putt. Like it was like, holy shit, this is a pro golfer. And then within 2 weeks, he's, what is he in the 8Ks of a pretty decent field?
Yeah.
And he's got BK betting on him. Like that's like as big as my jump from being a nobody to getting you to follow me.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
that's a pretty big
similar vibe.
He's kind of pulling a
when you like, what was like his vibe when like you were following him? Like, did he seem like someone you would like crack a beer with and like have some fun with, or like what?
No.
Okay. So I just got to factor that. I got to factor that into the model.
Yeah. Big model guys today.
Yeah.
Who would you, if you have because they're kind of, I mean, golfers are pretty, there's not a lot there. If you like talk to them after like a half hour, you're kind of done. Yeah. There's not a lot behind there. It's like, what are you reading? It's like, you're not going to get much unless you're Brooks and you're like one of the generational talent course designers.
Yeah. Like, I mean, if we're talking like people in this field that like I would want to like party with the most, like
what's the blunt rotation in this field?
Tony Finau. That's an easy one. I think Munoz too. I think Munoz would be a vibe. Like I feel like he would want to party. Like I've
hung out with Colombians. It's
yeah. That wasn't really where I was going, but I think that's a plus. Like I think that could be a vibe. Kind of going further down the board. As to like who's in the rotation, like I think Trey Mullinax, like I think he could party. Like I think he's like a Southern guy. Like maybe bring some like whiskey and some like PBRs, and like he just like seems like a chill dude. Like went to Bama, like he's a vibe. So yeah, that's probably my rotation.
That's pretty good. I like that.
That's who I'd want to chill with. Do you have anyone in mind?
No, I feel like Well, you'd be in it for sure.
Okay, sweet. That's
I mean, you kind of always are. You're batting first too. Like you're getting the green.
yeah.
God, Jim Herman, obviously.
Clearly, that's kind of an easy one.
It's like, Jim, you're 80. How's it going? No, I think like Decky's probably like a sneaky, interesting person.
He doesn't like speak.
I know,
speak English,
but like
so.
that's what you want. You want one of those in the blunt rotation because like, what's this guy's deal?
True.
This guy's vibing and chilling. I don't know what he's saying. He doesn't.
That's
know what else
valid. That I honestly kind of forgot.
like, that's a legendary night. You know what I mean?
Legend night, as we say.
So I'd have you.
Decky.
I think Sahith seems like a good guy. I mean, he's young.
That was a miss by me. Sahith is in it. Like Sahith is in the
so
rotation.
Fun, so like charming and charismatic.
Yes.
Like just the way he interacts with people too. Like he's not jaded yet.
Yeah, I got that. I followed him at the Travelers, and he was like, dapping everyone up. Like he was like ready to go. So yeah, I think that's something big to look for.
Yeah. Okay. And then probably like, that's all right.
Okay. No, I'm glad we kind of
Heath, Decky,
got over that.
Yeah. All right, next.
Yeah. But someone that we are collectively vibing on together this week is Pendy. You seem to be a little bit of a Pendy stan. Is that true?
Yeah. He's good, man. I mean, I think his timing of him coming up got derailed by he had a crazy injury.
Yeah, he had like a rib injury or something.
Like a rib injury. It was like, how'd you do that?
Yeah.
But he was kind of the darling of the 6 and 7Ks, and for all us nerds, like we kind of saw this coming.
Yeah.
And then, I think he kind of had to do the like figure out his wedges, like a classic bomber. That you look great. Stop it. You look great. You look great.
What are you talking about?
I saw you messing with the camera.
Yeah, I know.
Lime. But awesome off the tee, good approach. He's kind of in the middle as far as this field is if you're looking in around the green or putting, but I also kind of buy into the narrative like he has President Cup experience, which you kind of see where you're at. Like it's very revealing, like either thrive or not. And he played all right. He showed signs. A lot of people were questioning like why he was even there because his world ranking and all that, but I think he held his own, and I think that's kind of just having that mindset. It's like, no, I should be here. I know what I can do. Blah blah.
Yeah, the President and Ryder Cup, they go both ways. It's either you're on the team, like it goes both ways. Like either you're on the team and it's like, oh shit, like I'm good, like I'm gonna win, or you're off the team and you're like, oh, I want to be on the team. Like it's anyone who's like involved in the President's or Ryder Cup, either way, like they're a play. Like that's a reason. To play them. So I love Pendy. But yeah, I really do think that having length off the tee is a massive advantage at this course compared to a lot of other places. These par fours are just ridiculous. There are like 3 or 4 or 5 that are like over like 480 yards. So these guys are going to be hitting some really long irons into these greens, and having a 320, 330 drive in the bag like Pendy does is going to be huge for him. And at 50-1. Like DraftKings, like give me Pendy. Like I think Pendy's a good play. Like I'm down. Like this is like a shared guy like we have together. So
that means a lot to me. That means a lot to me.
Like when the minds get together and they fall on Taylor Pendy, like it's just magic's gonna happen. Like there's just no way it doesn't.
Yeah.
Like Pendy. It's gonna be a sight to see. So I'm looking forward to it. What's Willie G's deal? Like I know we got Jers in the chat, and he's a huge Willie G guy. He invented Willie G.
I didn't know that.
Willie G is like legitimately just first round leader every single week. Like he already has 2 this swing season. Hasn't missed a cut. Like just playing some really consistent golf. Like. Is this a guy you just kind of ride the form and just keep playing, or is he due for some regression?
I don't know. I think he played here. Was it not last year? I think the year before, and it made the cut. T40 range. What did he get? Like 3rd last week, I think, something like that. So obviously the form's there, but I think this is a course in a tournament that can kind of kick your ass. And I don't know do you think Willie G's that guy?
I think it could be that guy.
Yeah.
Like I could see like being like heartbroken about like an outright on him. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like I think like his potential is like he's like in it and like blows it on Sunday, and like
Yeah.
you're just kind of like left with your heart in your hands, like I am, like on occasion with Hinge Girls. Like
Oh,
that's kind of like
okay.
where
Right.
I
I
kind of
remember those days.
see, yeah, like that's just kind of like the feeling I get from him is that like he's gonna break my heart.
Oh God, who's hurting you on Hinge lately? Anyone?
A lot of women. It's just constant every single day. But that's part of the pod life. Like
Yeah,
that's part of like
I
having a
used to.
golf podcast.
When I was on
Um,
that, I got to a point where I did a stipulation, and it kind of like changed the game. I said new stipulation in place. You have to either call Kathy, who's my mom, or my dear friend at the time who I was in a band with, my friend May, and like you have to do like a screening process. And
yeah,
I like, didn't budge from it. I was like, here's the deal. Like, we matched, whatever. Like, here's Mama Kathy. Here's May's number. I'll talk to you if you pass.
got it.
And people lost their goddamn minds.
So is that like a vibe? Like is that
It's a
like
highly recommended move.
okay? I personally don't think that is a move.
I mean,
But
if you're not into getting box, don't do it. If you like box, try it.
yeah, but
But
like
no,
isn't the thing?
keep striking out. Keep
But
striking
like,
out.
isn't the thing about like Hinge and like these dating apps is that like everyone has so many options? Like, why are they gonna like go through a screening process with like when there's like some hot guy like just one swipe away? That's like DTF.
DTF.
You don't know what DTF
I'm
means?
joking. I'm joking.
Okay.
No, I think making them have to work harder is just sort of like they're taking you
Like
more
you're
seriously.
playing hard to get.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Because
I don't.
everyone's just swiping right. Here's my number. What's up? It's stupid.
It's
It's
true.
like make them, draw them, get some interest
Yeah,
going.
that was kind of like my issue in college is that like I never played hard to get, and like I it affected my relationships. Like I don't think I got as much box as like I thought I deserved, maybe because I was very like emotionally available. But
yeah,
that's a story for a different day.
that's their loss, bud.
That's
Well,
true.
yeah, don't listen to me. I mean, I've had more box than a cardboard store, but no, just keep doing. What
Yeah,
you're
no,
doing.
like just keep doing what you're doing.
No,
Like, it's
keep going
fine.
with you. Like, I mean, yeah. What do I know?
Yeah, no, it's fine. Like I'm
It's
personally
totally fine.
over it. But yeah, another guy I like this week. I bet outright. I literally bet like I bet too much money on him top 40
Yeah.
this week because it's a stone cold lock.
Okay, give me.
And I love this play. Lee Hodges. Like I've been betting Lee Hodges. I play him at DraftKings every single week. Like I
Yeah.
write him up every single week. Like he's printing money. Like he's been doing it. But like this is the week where like the world knows. This is the week when the world finds out and fucks around and finds out about Lee Hodges because like this is his week. Like he is going to play so well.
Cool.
Playing some good golf, 23rd at the Zozo, 7th at the CJ Cup, 38th at Mayakoba last week. An amazing approach player, top 10 in this field on approach, good proximity from long range, 10th in bogey avoidance. Like I follow this guy, like he just doesn't make a lot of bogeys. Like he's just that consistent of a ball striker. So I want him on a difficult track. Like I don't want him to go out and shoot 8 under every single round. Like I think this is a great spot for him. I put way too much money on him, top 40.
Really?
First round leader, lock, spend the money. I really like him first round leader. Like, this is the coming out party for Lee motherfucking Hodges this week.
Woo!
Like, this is, like, I feel it in my plums. Like, this is it for Lee.
Is that Lincoln? Who said that?
I can feel it in my plums.
I think that's Lincoln.
Like Abe Lincoln?
Like Abe, yeah. No, I'm joking.
No, feel it in my plums is from something. I don't know what.
That's Anchorman.
My plums.
No, that's Down and Down. Oh my god. Let the boy watch when he plays Ari the.
Yeah, no, it's Will Ferrell in Eastbound and Down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's not
that's
Abraham
dope. Sick. Your references are out of control.
Lincoln.
What movie is that from?
uh,
Your references are out of control.
Mine? No, I don't know. I just like.
You don't know what movie that's from?
No. Godfather 2?
No. It's from This Is the End.
Oh, I was out on that. I didn't think that was that good.
Fuck you! How are you out on that movie?
Fuck you!
How are you out on that movie?
It's just I'm out on Franco. He's the worst. I'm out on like Seth Green is just tired out. It's like, I get it. You're stoned. I'm stoned too. Like, you're done. You peaked. Stop it.
Cool. Scott, I
Are you
have
gonna end
like
this podcast right now?
no. I have bad news, and like I've just been like not. I didn't want to tell you, but like the portion of my charger that like goes into my computer, like I don't know
Oh
where
my god!
it went.
I'm
And then-
sorry. I said that about Franco.
No, I'm not. I'm not even joking. Like I'm being dead ass.
I'm so sorry I hurt you.
I have like another charger, and I grabbed it, and then like I thought it was charging, but it's not. So like my laptop is like gonna die.
This is like a historic blow off. Fuck you, Scotty.
Like I like legitimately like there's like one little like bar on.
I kind of want it to end like The Sopranos, like my first time on here, where
it just like goes to black.
I think that's kind of a badass move.
Yeah, like it's just like you're about to give like your lot. You're like about to give your mortgage plan a week,
totally.
And then like it just. I
want to be like some heartfelt story about something, like some traumatic thing from.
Or like you rank your like favorite Beatles albums.
Oh my god! Yeah, what's the deal with? Was that really your favorite's Magical Mystery Tour?
I mean, like, you like to smoke pot, right?
Kind of question. How dare do you even know?
So, like, how do you not like that album though? Like, that is like that.
It's a soundtrack.
It's an album. If you look up Beatles albums, like, it's on there.
Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's a soundtrack. It's a soundtrack to that movie. And I mean, it does have like them at the peak. I mean, because they added, what's that? They put Penny Lane and Strawberry on it, right? Back to back.
Yeah, those are those just like not Beatles songs that are on albums? Like, is that what you're telling me?
It's a soundtrack.
Okay. I mean, we're like, it's just kind of a ridiculous take that I've never heard before.
Yeah. Facts are the worst. I know. I get
so
it.
What is your top 3 Beatles albums? Like Fuck, Marry, Kill. Like Fuck, Marry, Kill, Sgt. Pepper's White Album, and Rubber Soul. Fuck, Marry, Kill. Right now, go.
Kill Rubber Soul. Not even close.
Okay.
I think the most like a marriage is the White Album. There's ups and downs. It's all over the place. Like, what are we doing? Who am I? What happened to us? Okay, that might be one of the best things I've ever said. Because that was so true. That was so true.
Yeah.
And then what you said, Pepper?
Yeah. Well, you have to fuck
favorite,
Pepper.
like, what I'd marry. If you take Taxman off Revolver, that's it's such a like, don't get me started on Harrison. But Revolver is the game. Like, you can hear it going there, like in Rubber Soul. But Revolver is a masterpiece. Like,
Revolver is like when it was truly like, what am I listening to?
They're changing the fucking game.
Like we would not be here right now doing TIB without Revolver.
No. Like, and trust me, like I did a full interview with one of my like mentors who teaches like Beatles classes, like gets flown around the world to like give lectures. And we talked for like 2 hours just during quarantine, and like we never put it out, but it was just us and me interviewing him about Revolver, because it's just an absolute fastball. Like, who does Eleanor Rigby when you're like a boy pop band? Like, that's such a ballsy pivot.
No, it's an absolute pivot. I'm just trying to see if
Tomorrow Never Knows. It's like, what is happening?
No, like, have you ever seen Mad Men?
Have I ever seen Scotty? Do you smoke pot? Have you ever seen Mad Men? What else do you want? Like that, like scene, like where Megan, friends. I feel like you don't know me. Look, what are we doing?
Like when like Megan gives Don the album.
Yeah.
That is it's just like showing like, you know, like how the times are changing as this.
Totally.
Yeah.
I mean, she said, the drums on that. Are you fucking
Dude,
kidding me?
it's a vibe. Like, I'm literally, like,
Are you
taking it, Eddie, and,
kidding
like,
me?
going into the listening room. So, like, if we
Dude,
have one
tomorrow,
album
never
if we
knows.
have one album in the listening room, like, it's Revolve.
There was at one point John came in, and I think Tomorrow Never Knows is like the first song they came into George Martin. They're like, "This is what I have this song. It's also one chord." And Lennon was said like, "Here's what I'm hearing in my head, the voice like," and he was pitching that he wanted to like get on a swing and sing and fly through and record it. And they're like, "Yeah, I don't. We'll figure that out."
Yeah.
That's like it's just like that's where their minds were at. They're like, "We've already done this, this, and this," and that's like what most bands don't do today. Is just like, "Hey, we've already done this. Let's do something new." Everyone's just rinse, repeat, do the same bullshit. I'm looking at you, Taylor. Ugh. Do you like Norrin this week?
I'm not down. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
down. I, like, actually am really upset. Well, you'll have to come on again. Maybe we'll do, like, a special edition, like in between the seasons, like we could just, chop it up. But I gotta end this because I don't know what's gonna happen when like my laptop dies. So that like but this is like also like people are gonna like want more of this. Like people are gonna be like, this was like the biggest vibe. And like we're cutting it short. Like we're playing hard to get. So like the
You
demand for like Scott Brian pods is like skyrocketing right now. But this has got to be it, unfortunately.
you hurt me today, young man.
Yeah, I mean, this has like never happened like
Are you
before.
dumping me? Are we breaking up? Like, are you
No,
deleting the
no,
group text?
it's like almost like going too well. It's like I don't want it all at one time. But
Here,
we'll see you
totally get
next
it. I love you. You're
next
the
week for the
best.
RSM.
Pendred.
And Scott and I will do, a special edition pod very soon. But some people like you just like some things you just can't have too much of. So like
Yeah.
we're cutting it short, and we'll see you again. We'll be on a pod very shortly. We have something in the works and maybe doing like a special edition Scott and Brian pod, but
I'm
I'm
flying out.
giving away too many details. And we'll see you soon. All
All
right,
right, love you,
everyone.
bud.
All right, love you too, bud. Have a good
All right,
night.
dude. See ya.